siguro I will leave you a thought provoker.
Matagal pa po yung usapan natin.
Mamaya na siguro yun. Mamaya na.
Mahaba pa po yung atong
Mamaya na siguro.
Ayan na. Meron pang isang katanungan na para kay Attorney Dennis pa rin, ano? Si Amy Buico ng Wesleyan University. Amy?
Good afternoon po. Tanong ko lang po, if ever na acquitted or convicted si Chief Justice Corona, anong benefit na to sa mga Filipino?
Okay. Ang benefit sa ating mga Filipino is that, number one, we have gone through the process. We have tested our institution. Okay? Whether acquitted or convicted, depende kung ang proseso ay tama. Makikita dito kung gaano tayo ka-mature. Kung ma-acquit siya, ibig sabihin, we are already also mature as a people na tumitingin tayo sa ebidensya. Hindi tayo mabrul, hindi tayo chismosong mga tao, na tinitignan din natin ang karapatan ng isa sa atin. Yan ang ipahiwatig kung ma-acquit man si Chief Justice. Kung ma-convict man si Chief Justice at katanggap-tanggap yung proseso, na testing din natin ang impeachment as a tool for accountability.
Attorney Pinky, papasagot lang po natin kung ano pong opinion ni Attorney Pinky. Ito ang sinasabi ni ABP Governor, ano po, if he is acquitted, ibig sabihin na-preserve natin yung proseso, na-observe natin yung tamang legal procedure nga po, ang due process. Kung ma-convict naman po siya, nakatanggap-tanggap, makakabenepisyo din po yung ating bansa. Para sa inyo, ano po ang mas lamang kung ma-acquit or ma-convict si Chief Justice?
Palagay ko po, hindi ko masasagot yan kung hindi ko mabebetray yung killing ko, no? So, hindi ko po masasabi right now kung ano ang mas makakabuti, kung mapawalang sala o mapatawan ng parusa ang ating Chief Justice. Kasi sa ebidensya po tayo tumitingin. Pero palagay ko po, is ang pinaka-desirable na outcome dito is that the senator judges will decide based on the evidence. At hindi dun they were not swayed by information that's given outside of the impeachment court, that they were not motivated by political expediency o yung sabi nga nila yung ano daw ang impeachment process is political. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Kung anong makakaganda dun sa kapangyarihan nila na mini-maintain o kaya numbers game. Yun ang ayaw natin, iwasan natin yun. I wish that I would pray na ang pinaka-best outcome talaga yun, sabi ko nga kanina, ang mga senator judges mag-decide based on the evidence.
Based on evidence.
Gusto ko malaman mula sa ating mga estudyante, mga law students, mula kay Paulo, no? Sa tingin mo ba handa na tayong mga Pilipino, are we mature enough na tanggapin itong magiging resulta kahit na hindi ito yung naayon sa opinion ng nakararami?
Depend on what opinion that is, eh. Because, although the survey in UP came out, anong percentage yun, overwhelming ba for conviction? Kasi I was last week, nandun ako sa UP Manila naman, ibang experience naman. In one class of area studies majors, 51% more or less said that they were for acquittal. So it really depends on what opinion you're saying. Kasi this is a very divisive issue, and no matter where the court swings for conviction, for acquittal, that is the point where you will have to test mature na ba tayo. We can't say that yet now kasi diba, ongoing pa yung process. So we'll have to cross the bridge pa when we get there.
Mia, gaano ito kalaking issue para sa integridad in government? Or is this just accountability of one person?
Ako, I think this goes beyond just the accountability of one person, because I think the reason why this impeachment process is so interesting, because it actually reflects if our government has the power to actually try and charge people with for the commission of certain offenses. So I think the impeachment process is good because it reflects how far we're willing to go in order to grow as a nation. So in line with what Paulo was saying, the fact that we are undergoing this impeachment process means na mature na tayo, na kaya natin pakinggan kung ano man yung maging desisyon, kesyo acquittal or conviction, because we were willing to undergo and observe the entire procedure.
Yes, may katanungan ng isa sa mga estudyante mula sa Bicol University kay Attorney Bong Ifurong, si Micaela Fajardo.
Good afternoon po. Sa paglay po ninyo, gaano pa po ba katagal ang impeachment? Aabutin pa po ba ito ng June?
June. Aabutin daw po ng June.
Wala kasi ako sa defense, no, pero ewan ko kung anong sagot nila, no. Hindi ko natapos yung last episode ng prosecution and defense, no. Pero sa palagay ko, konti lang naman yung articles na dedepensa ngayon. So, palagay ko mga 1 month na lang din nga ito. Pero it depends pa rin yung tagal nito. Baka may rebuttal evidence pa, so rebuttal. So, dyan, magtatagal yan. By another month maybe. So, I hope wala nang rebuttal kasi simple lang naman yung issues dito, whether or not yung grounds are sufficient to impeach a Chief Justice. Pero tatandaan natin na sa pagbabasa ko kasi nung Constitution, parang napakataas kasi nung antas nung grounds treason, bribery. So, I would say na yung betrayal of public trust again at saka yung graft and corruption must be on that level na kailangan. Ang medyo problema lang ngayon dito, what kind of evidence is to be reckoned with? Ano kung is it beyond reasonable doubt or less than that? So, I hope hanggang June na lang tong paglilitis na to para parang nakaka-bore na rin, di ba? Nakakasawa na, di ba?
Hindi pa naman, kung kagaya nyo po yung mga nagpapaliwanag, hindi po boring yon. Okay, Nikki.
Okay, meron pang katanungan para kay Attorney JJ naman, si Bea Bianca Cañete ng Miriam College. Bea?
Good afternoon. After months of trial, public were convinced that there are some discrepancies between CJ Corona's SAL-N, and the prosecution may or may not have proven it yet beyond reasonable doubt, but still the public's perception is considered that he is guilty. My question is that how do you think the judges will have their decision?
Okay. Alam mo, kahit na napanood naman natin yung nangyari ng impeachment, no? Kahit sinasabi ng iba, mahina yung prosecution, sinasabi naman ng iba, sobrang kinain sila ng defense, or yung iba naman sinasabi, wala raw depensa, mas magaling daw yung prosecution. You have to look at it this way. Kayo ba sa pagkakapanood ninyo ng paglilitis na ito, may kinakitaan ba kayo ng malaking bilang na for acquittal o for conviction? Wala, di ba? So for us, lalo kaming mga abogado, ang nakikita namin is, and we are hoping, na sana nga magdesisyon sila according to the piece of evidence and not what the public clamors for. Okay? Karamihan kasi ng misinformed public, ay naakusahan siya, dapat i-convict yan. Mali yung pananaw rin na yun. Ang pananaw natin is, ano ba yung ebidensya? Ito yung tingin ng judges, therefore, ito dapat yung desisyon. Igalang natin. And it will only enrich our jurisprudence and at the same time, teach our nation another lesson to be vigilant. So yun, sa ngayon, hindi natin pwedeng sabihin kung for acquittal ba or for conviction yung judges. Kasi talagang sa paningin ko, sa obserbasyon ko sa kanila, they are studying very well the pieces of evidence that are being presented.
Ito naman na mula sa ating social media, no, to any of the lawyers here, from the account of Novo Mar Ramos, will CJ Corona correct his SAL-N, which his lawyer said is allowed by law? If he does, will it be a Damocles sword?
Tama, malapit na yung
malapit na,
deadline
oo,
ng
parang
filing.
itong pwede nang
April 30.
for 2012, ano
Yes,
po? Yes,
yes.
attorney.
Yeah, okay. Siguro I'll take this opportunity again to explain yung SAL-N law. No? Sa SAL-N law, basically, the first order is i-declare mo under oath yung assets, liabilities, at saka net worth mo. Okay. Pero, if you read the entire law, it doesn't stop there. Meron kang declaration, but then, the law gives you a chance to complete or correct whatever inaccuracies there may be in your SALN. If you read closely and carefully the law, meron yung sinasabing compliance procedure. There's supposed to be a compliance committee that should have been designated by Congress. Hindi nila ginawa yon. Ang gumawa ng rules and regulations ay yung Civil Service Commission, and itinalaga nila kung sino yung compliance officer in each department of government. Alam niyo ba kung sino ang tinalagang compliance officer sa Supreme Court? Si Chief Justice. O ano ba? Alam niyo ba kung anong sinasabi ng batas tungkol sa compliance officer na yan? Yung compliance officer can render his opinion on how to comply with the SALN.
Attorney, ito po yung, so yung nabanggit po ni Attorney, yung inaccuracy o yung pag-correct na oversight, pero ang question po talaga naging issue dito, siguro Attorney Pinky, merong inaccuracy, merong kang possible oversight na pwede makorek, pero posible ding deliberate withholding of information. Sa tingin niyo po, ano po yung magiging determining yung evidence para masabi natin na merong deliberate na planong i-withhold yung info o talagang inaccuracy lang or pagkukulang lang sa pag-alala kung ano yung pag-aari niya? Attorney Pinky.
Masasabi ko dito parang sinasabi mo meron talaga mga innocuous errors o yung mga harmless, wala na mga nagkamali lang eh. Pero ang isa sigurong badge o badges, one of the badges of fraud o yung talagang tanda na ito ay talagang ginawa niya para itago yung kanyang mga pag-aari o pera na kanyang nakuha sa hindi tamang paraan is yung laki ng halaga na hindi na i-declare. So, kung maliit lang, kung ilang libong piso lamang, o siguro sa milyon, pero kung napakaraming bahay, napakaraming milyon ang hindi i-declare, we cannot really say, we cannot hide behind the saying that it's an innocuous error. Kasi the thing would speak for itself, sabi nga nila.
Ito, Mark, just a follow-up dito sa naitanong nga ng ating